control. I mean, all I can do is write my congressman. Of course, Garrett Sivaking tells us to do that all the time, doesn't he? He said we should write him about anything that concerns us as American citizens. We still have that right, don't we? We'll talk about that tomorrow when he's on the show for election selection 2016. I just love what he's been bringing, and there'll be a lot to talk about tomorrow. You can just bet your sweet nillies on that, because I'm telling you, this whole thing over the weekend with Orlando has really put a different dimension on the presidential campaign, has it not? I think you would have to agree that it has gotten our attention here in America again. But will it be like San Bernardino when we think, oh, well, they're going to do this, and then we quickly forget? But I'm telling you, I think this one's a little bit more, it's closer to home, isn't it, guys? Orlando, right here at us, isn't it? Yes. Gotten America's attention. And definitely, I don't think that they can refute that it's a terrorist attack. But toxins, how are they affecting us, and what can we do about it, short of, in spite of writing our congressmen who don't seem to be getting anything done on Capitol Hill. But, so what can we do about it in that meantime? Because in that meantime, we need to protect our families. And we are going to invite Dr. or Sarah Heiner. I haven't seen that she's a doctor, but she is a president and CEO of Bottom Line Health. And their mission for the past 43 years has been to provide consumers with easy to understand, easy to read, and easy to follow information to protect their health, their wealth, and help them live happier lives. So we're going to talk with her. What they do is that they draw from carefully selected leading experts from academia, business, and award-winning authors to synthesize today's complex issues and provide simple steps to improve the lives of their millions of customers. You can visit them at bottomlinepersonal.com, bottomlinepersonal.com, or just go to the Bottom Line store. But we are going to talk with her today and hear her perspective about this. I'll just tell you up front, I'm sure they're selling something. People are always selling something, aren't they? They're in business. But I do want to pull from her expertise about this. When I was researching this, I stumbled across an article from The Atlantic. It was an article by James Hamlin, and he shared that Dr. David Bellinger determined that Americans have collectively forfeited 41 million IQ points as a result of exposure to lead, mercury, and organophosphate pesticides. And of course, Dr. Bourne is on our show regularly. He's kind of a staple on JAJ as well. And he has brought this to our attention. He's concerned about it. It is something that we should be concerned about. Bellinger, who's a professor of neurology at Harvard Medical School, compared intelligence quotients among children whose mothers had been exposed to these neurotoxins while pregnant to those who had not. And he calculated a total loss of 16.9 million IQ points due to the exposure to organophosphates, the most common pesticides used in agriculture, the ones that I was talking about while I was riding along the roadside and that splashed right in my face. I was just sharing that with someone, but we are exposed to these things whether we want to or not. When we spray our lawns, when we spray those bugs on our rose bushes or whatever, we're exposed to these pesticides. And we think about it, it's not just our yard, it's everyone's yard. It's everyone, all the farms that we see. We are getting it whether we want to or not. And so what can we do to lessen this? I mean, there are some things that we have within our control, and there are some things that we don't. But the things that we can control, what can we do about it? And that is why I invited Sarah Heiner to the platform today to talk to you about that. Because you know what? I want to find out too. I have loved ones that I care about, and I want to make sure that they're as protected as they can be. And so I'm curious to see what she's going to offer us today. What products we need to be aware of, and who are those manufacturers? I think we all deserve to know, don't you? And why are they doing this? And why is the government just stepping in and saying, enough, we're not doing that. Why don't they? We have administration in place to curb this, to stop this, to put an end to it. But are they? And if they aren't, why not? Why not? So we will be talking to her. If you have a question, I'm going to open the phone lines, and you can certainly call in today by all means. And let me give you that number in case you don't have it, 571-2428, 571-CHAT. And, I do hope that you have that in your speed dial on your phone. I should be a contact in your phone. Just do JAJ or Just Ask Joyce, ever how you want to do it. But put me in your phone, because I give away things sometimes, and sometimes I give away some really good things. And, but you might need to call really quickly to claim those, because I usually don't do, the seventh caller or something like this. Man, if you call, you're Johnny on the spot, you win. That's just kind of the way I do it. I'm a simple kind of gal. I try not to complicate life, because life is complicated enough. And so if I can just, say the first caller, that's what it is. So sometimes I do throw a kink in the cog every now and then, but for the most part, you need just have me in your speed dial and you wouldn't have to worry about it, right? And as well, if you suffer from some relationship issue, and I know you do, I know most all of us have something going on, and maybe it's not your season